So now we'll talk about throwing exceptions. And to throw an exception means to tell the user that there's something wrong here, something wrong here. Do something about this. It will cause problem, and you use exceptions to do it. If you look up here, you see that in this our method, this catch it method, I've commented out the try and the catch. I just pull this through the arithmetic exception, which means that whoever wants to use this method should know this method might be used by another programmer, maybe someone who wants to use my classes. If he sees this, I'm warning him and telling him that this particular method throws arithmetic exception. And if he's a seasoned programmer, he'd know all the arithmetic exceptions and which one it might throw. And if he goes through the code, so this is the one that I'm trying to talk about now. You can create your own exceptions using the if else statement. You might create your own exceptions that does this or that. You might say not just integers. I don't want numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 7 and numbers 80 to 100. In between I want those numbers then. You can use throw new exception to dictate that, and when someone uses or imputes any of those numbers that are outside your range, you it's your code will throw an exception. You might call it another name and somehow use a control logic to write the exception using this thing. We will print out your own exception name, and people who make code like Python out of Java or C, they might use this to do that. So if you're planning on making your own code, your own type of JavaScript, and you need to throw your own exceptions, you can use this. Maybe you want to make the code out of Java, you can throw your own exceptions for different your own programming language. I mean, so here in main, I'm simply calling this class throw it the throw it method. We just throws an arithmetic exception. That's all it does. So when it throws it, although there's no error, I put that there to show it's possible for you to make your own exceptions. Then maybe within this method you could put something that controls or throws this exception if someone does the wrong thing, because you can put your own legal rules. I don't want numbers between 1 and 7, or if you're using the ones for the exceptions that are designed for letters and text, you could say I don't want you using underscores or something. So what you can do is that you can go and search out lessons on different types of exceptions, and you know all of them as much as you can or as much as you need for your particular project. So you can use this in a control language and create your own exception types. You say if x is greater than 7, then do something else, throw exception. Then when you throw the exception, you know you've created your own exceptions and all that. Now, here I simply calls the throw it method, and then if you look, the exception was simply thrown without anything really being wrong. So exception in thread main at exception test at main it was at line 4. Then in at exception test it comes from the source, then where the follow the arrow from the down to the follow upwards to the source, then the name of the exception. So it started at main 4, then it goes into exception test throat. So you go to exception test and go to through it and go to line 34. So that's it for exceptions, and next we'll talk about, we'll see in the next lesson with the next topic, which is probably window toolkits or generics, or possibly using threads, because since we're working in the main thread, but now you can create your own threads if we were to do that particular lesson next. So thank you.